Henry, you hear me? Henry, can you hear me? Henry, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm getting you.
Yeah, but I'll play the intro for you. You just cut it off. Put it intro back on. Put that stuff on for a few minutes at least.
Okay.
Yes, man. Good day. It's a wonderful day in the USA. It's Thanksgiving Day, the best holiday in America. It's the beginning of the holiday season. The Thanksgiving, usually the beginning of the holiday season in the US. And today you find people, all families, millions of Americans are all around traveling to various states to celebrate with their family and friends. They have this great family Thanksgiving dinner tonight. People have been traveling since the beginning of this week, and we just want to use this occasion on a special day to at least allow our viewers to call and send special Thanksgiving greetings to the family, friends, and relatives. And people from back home can also call. Henry, I hope you guys can put your numbers up. We'll put our own numbers up too, so people can call and send us Thanksgiving greetings. We hope we can get in touch with the chairman Bility, at least to talk to us for a few minutes. We are all aware. This morning, we woke up to the passing of the senior senator for Nima County, Senator Prince White Johnson, someone who, since 2005, he has been instrumental in getting who being elected president of our country since 2005. every election he have play a major role, and whoever he's having to endorse, the person always trying to be the winner. So today he passed away, and I see thousands of his supporters, supporters, and those who admire him are all mourning of his loss in Liberia and in Nimba, his country of birth. There's a lot of mixed reactions, and people have the right to have mixed reactions, especially when it comes to find out who the person, Prince Johnson, who he was. That's why people have a mixed reaction. But for us, we just want to say that all Liberia is like the country we live in, and that's how things are. Like I always say, a lot going to happen in the next 5 years before the next elections, and this is some of the things that's happening right now. The guy who have been responsible for changing the political landscape in our country for the last since 2005, so how many years? The last 19 years. He passed today, and that's a big deal. It's a complete change in the political landscape of Liberia. So we just want to say, guys, happy Thanksgiving to all those in the USA. There's a special day in the USA where people, family members, travel from far and near to celebrate the Thanksgiving. At our end in the US, it's a little bit wet, but we are here. I got it, buddy. I get all kind of text messages and I not easy. I was just told that this program has been right now as I speak to you. We are live in Liberia, and someone just told me that they are listening to us live in the president's convoy. I think he's on his way back from Buchanan, from Grand Bassa, from attending the funeral of the late Superintendent of Grand Bassa County, Madam Julia. Yes, who passed away, and the funerals were held today in Grand Bassa County, where President Boyka led an array of government officials, including the President Pro Tem of the Senate, to attend to attend the funeral of the late Grand Bassa Superintendent. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of text messages. Yes, yes. It's an interesting day in Liberia today. Liberians are having mixed reactions about what happened this morning with Senator Johnson passing. Take it or leave it. He was a towering figure in our Liberian body politics. Senator Prince Johnson, he played a pivotal role in since 2005, 2011, 2017, 2023 presidential elections in our country. Whoever he endorsed at the time came up to become victorious in the presidential elections, and so that's why his passing today is having lots of mixed reactions from people across the country. Senator Johnson led during the Liberian Civil War, led the Independent National Patriotic Front, that broke away from the National Patriotic Front headed by Charles Taylor. And he settled in on Bouchard Island, where he had his base. And on September 9th, 1990, Senator Johnson led his troops to the port of Monrovia, where he captured the then President Samuel Doe. And on September 10th, President Doe was executed by General Johnson and his forces. And then the issue about Liberian war crimes court had been lingering for a long time. Everyone felt that he should face justice for what happened during the war. And that's why when President Boyka signed the establishment of the War Crimes Court, it brought a lot of reactions across the political landscape. However, people are asking whether they will still pursue the War Crimes Court now that Senator Johnson is no more. We're going to see in the coming days, the coming weeks, coming months ahead of us. But indeed, like him or hating, no matter what you can say about Senator Johnson, his death today is a big news in Liberia and across perhaps the sub-region. There are a lot of reactions. In fact, already got some reactions coming in about his passing. One of the reactions, so it already came from. I will read the reactions that we're receiving already from the passing of Senator Johnson. Already reactions came from, it says that Liberians have reacted to the death of the senator of Nima County, Prince Yomi Johnson, who died in Monrovia at the age of 72. Front page, Africa gathered. The warlord turned politician had returned from Nima County Wednesday after honoring the legacy of the late Gnassingbé Eyedema, former president of Togo, by naming his PYJ University auditorium after him during a ceremony on November 25th. However, news broke that Johnson died in the early hours of Thursday at a Hope for Women hospital on A.B. Tupper Road in Painesville. President Joseph Boyka expressed profound sorrow upon learning of the sudden passing of Johnson, describing the former Nima County senator as a figure who played a pivotal role in Liberia's complex historical evolution and contributed to national discourse through his service in the Senate. On behalf of the government of people of Liberia, I extend heartfelt condolences to the Johnson family and the people of our industrious county of Nima. Senator Prince White Johnson's passing is a loss to his family, his constituents, and our nation, President Boyka stated. On behalf of the government and people of Liberia, I extend heartfelt condolences to the Johnson family and the people of our industrious county of Nima County. Senator Prince White Johnson's passing. Vice President Jeremiah Coon, accompanied by senior government officials and prominent figures of Nima County, arrived at the late senator's residence Thursday morning, visibly emotional as the political godfather, as they mourn the loss of a man regarded as the political godfather of Nima County. The social media has been inundated with mixed reactions, with some Liberians poking fun at the death of Senator Johnson, who captured and killed former Liberian President Samuel Doe in the latter part of 1990 as one of the continent's deadliest wars raged against the country's first native president, whose 1980 coup ended 130 years of Americo-Liberian's reign. A blow to Liberia. The Liberian Senate has sent a message of condolence to the bereaved family of Johnson. A Senate press release quotes the leadership of the Senate as describing the death of Senator Johnson as not only a blow to the Liberian Senate, but the country at large, noting his death is an irreparable loss. Prior to his death, Senator Johnson served 4 legislatures, including the 52nd, 53rd, 54th, and now the 55th at various capacities. He was the longest-serving member of the Liberian Senate in post-war Liberia. Elected in 2005, Senator Johnson was elected for the third consecutive 9-year tenure in the 2023 presidential and legislative elections. During his tenure, Johnson served as chairman of the Senate's Committee on Security, Intelligence, and Veteran Affairs, and chairman on Internal Affairs, Governance, and Reconciliation, and a long-serving member of the ECOWAS Parliament based in Abuja, Nigeria. Meanwhile, the Liberian Senate, in its mournful remembrance of the fallen senator, has suspended its Thursday, November 28, 2024 plenary sitting to next Tuesday. May his contributions to our nation be remembered, and may his charitable legacy inspire future generations, the Senate stated. I'm devastated, Edith Gonglo Ware. Madam Edith Gonglo, former superintendent of Nima County, expressed shock over the news of Senator Johnson, saying she was personally devastated by the sad development. Gonglo Ware, who is currently in the United States of America, described Johnson as a loving family head and a respected leader. She was also a long-term political foe of Senator Johnson. She ran against him in 2014 senatorial election and was defeated. Johnson was a visionary leader, former Representative Marba. Former Bond County Representative George Marba said Johnson's death is painful and shocking. Marba expressed deep sadness on receiving the death news of the senator's death and consoled his immediate family. Split opinions over PYJ's death. Johnson was well known for his role in the Liberian Civil War. Initially an ally of former President Charles Taylor, Johnson soon broke away from Taylor's National Patriotic Front of Liberia, NPFL, and formed the Independent National Patriotic Front of Liberia. In 1990, his rebel faction captured, tortured, and killed President Samuel Kanyando. Liberia's Truth and Reconciliation Commission listed Johnson alongside several warlords to face prosecution for his role in the Liberian Civil War. Both supporters and victims of the war have expressed their opinion in the wake of his death. An elite member of the ruling Unity Party, Boaga Jaliba, posted to this Facebook handle, saying the late Johnson meant different things to different people. For the Nibayans, residents of Nima County, who witnessed the brutal slaying of children during those regime and horrific massacre of the Lutheran Church, where schools of innocent people were killed, they see him as a man avenging the loss of their loved ones. For the people of the American Liberian elite, he added, who saw their sons slaughtered at the hands at the mansion and their father summarily executed, his actions are viewed as an act of revenge. On the other hand, those who are aggrieved by PYJ's action have a very different perspective of him. Ultimately, people are entitled to celebrate or condemn the hero or villain as they see fit. We should stop questioning why someone mourns or feels sorry for PYJ's death, he said. Well, and that's the reaction coming from people who, on the passing of Senator Prince Johnson. As I said, we will be taking calls for people who want to come and send Thanksgiving greetings to those of the family members on the Thanksgiving Day in the U.S. We'll also be making some calls to some people to give their perspective on the passing of Senator Johnson's this morning. So I will put the numbers up. You can call these numbers, and we'll have you. You can partake in the program with these numbers up. So feel free to call. As I said, today is Thanksgiving in America, so people are all at home and getting ready for the Thanksgiving dinner. And so you are, for anybody who also just, if you want to come on too, if you're watching, want to come on, let me know. I'll send you the link. We all can come and talk about Thanksgiving and talk about whatever you want to talk about concerning the news today. Just ask me. I'll get the link. You come on and join us. So you are free to come on. Okay.
Call has been forwarded to voice.
Okay, you can call this number. I'm posting the number up. You can call this number if you want to take part in the show this morning. We're here just for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. We'll be here just to talk about Thanksgiving and any other news concerning the happening today. You can join us too. We can talk about it too. Henry Jala, I want your number in my roof to put your number up, please. Yes, you can call this number to take part on the show. Send Thanksgiving messages to your family, your relative, your loved ones, whoever you want to send messages to. You can come and send messages up. Yeah, the number for the states is posted. It's the number you see on the screen. It's posted.
Yes. So
A noise. So you can come. Yeah, you can. We got our first caller coming in. Okay, caller.
you there?
You are live, caller.
This is Sarah Dopo.
Okay.
Oh, Sarah, welcome. Welcome. You live on the closing argument.
Yeah, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we hearing you. You live. You live.
Okay, so I just want to say thank you so much for coming up, for this emergency podcast on the death of Honorable Prince Y. Johnson. I just want to say my condolences to the family, to the peace-loving people of Nima County. I want to say sorry for the death of Honorable Prince Y. Johnson. Like him or hate him, he's dead and gone today. Death is the end of man. So I just want to add my voice to the thousands of Liberians to say sorry to the family and may his, soul rest in peace. And I pray that our country will be united, continue to be united, so that we can forge a better way forward for Liberia. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving, Sarah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, Timothy. Thank you.
But Henry, put the number for Liberia up now. Good afternoon, caller. Go ahead. You live.
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Eddington Cudi. First of all, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you and the people in studio.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Eddington.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak about the demise, the passing of our late Senator Prince Johnson. First of all, I want to say extend my sympathy to the people of Nima County and to his family. But I do believe that at certain times we all got to face everything that we've done on earth, and I hope the Lord will accept Honorable Prince Johnson. My take on this whole thing is that it's sad, and I know people are mourning and people are grieving, especially our brothers from Nimba. But sometimes it's like a breakup. Or sometimes when you're in a relationship and then you break up with this person, you just see there is no hope. But sometimes people break up for the better good. I believe that the stranglehold and that this thing that Prince Johnson, especially the political stranglehold that Prince Johnson had over the people of Nima, I think it has been lifted, and the people of Nima now can use their own senses to be able to vote, and not only vote because Prince Johnson asked them to vote. So I believe that the stranglehold that the Prince Johnson, how Nima County has finally been lifted, and the people, because the Nima County have a good number when it comes to politics, when it comes to electoral votes. So hopefully the people will come to the sense that there will be nobody to kind of control them in how they vote again. The other thing is, I believe, is that one thing from today is that this brotherhood that long lasted between the people of Nima County before the event between Samuel Doe and Prince Johnson. I strongly believe that the passing of Prince Johnson, who at times I believe was propagating this or hatred between the two tribes, I believe this brotherhood again will be rekindled. So again, I want to extend my sympathy to the people of Nima County, and let us look forward for a brighter day in Liberia and see how we can move forward. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving anytime. Keep your calls coming in. We are live. We sending Thanksgiving greetings to our family members, our relatives, our loved ones, to all. You can call the number on the screen, and you'll be live on the closing argument. We're here for only an hour and 30 minutes. We'll be going. Just want to make sure that we give opportunity to people to send Thanksgiving greetings to family, friends, and loved ones all across the U.S., Africa, and the world. So you're free. You can join us live. You want to call, you can call and let us make this Thanksgiving. We'll get more calls coming in. You are live. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live.
Peter Lawrence Lonta from Massachusetts.
Go ahead, brother. You're live.
Okay, just want to extend my condolences to the people of Nimba. And this news is shocking. Although there are mixed reaction, some people are celebrating, which we can fault them for, while some people are mourning. But hope that whatever life you live here was positive, and that wherever the law is will have mercy upon him and forgive his sins if he ever did any wrong in the eyes of people or in the eyes of God. And we hope that everything good will befall Liberia. And but I don't know, with the speculation that a lot of people or that used to circulate within the Liberian body politics, that the war crime code was practically like aiming for Prince Johnson. Like, I think the question will keep lingering until we can see that it come to full fruition, that if the war crime code will still go on, especially after the passing of Senator Johnson, a lot of questions now going to be asked, because people thought that it was because of his action against those nuns during the war that really that people from the U.S. wanted revenge against him. And now that he has passed, some people see like abortion of justice, and some people see that, well, maybe that's the end of the war crime code, and people still believe that it's going to go on. So we wait to see what's going to happen, and if the real effort that was being put in will still continue like that, because we don't know where we stand right now. Again, we want to say sorry to him, and information coming in is that he was due to have, although not important, but he was due to have some meeting with former President Weah on Saturday, and well, he caught that meeting shut. Unfortunately, he was not able to attend. I don't know what he wanted to say or what was going to be said. Well, again, that's how it is. That's the sad reality. We're all going to face it one day. My sympathy to the people of Nima. Long live Liberia. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You keep your calls coming in. Henry, the people asking for the Liberian number. Can you put the local number for Liberia up, please?
Yeah, I'll pull up very shortly. You getting me?
Yeah, I got you. So we are here for the next hour, 30 minutes. We are You're free to come in. You're free to call. Keep your calls coming in. You want to say happy Thanksgiving to your family, your relatives, your loved ones, your friends. You are free to call and join us. We are here live. Yes, today is Thanksgiving, and like Americans or Liberian Americans are all over the U.S. celebrating this day with their family members. People travel thousands of miles, hundreds of miles for this day. It's one of the biggest holiday in the U.S. and people usually take this day very important. For me, I've seen to be the day of the most important day in the U.S. It's the start of the holiday season, and so so you can call. The number is up there. Who took the number down? The number is still up. We're getting call coming in. You are live. You are live. Go ahead.
Good morning from my entire in this place.
Yeah.
I'm doing from the state of Minnesota. Let me say, sympathy to the people of Nima, serving the people of Manzapé. You know, Senator Johnson, the people electing or not, on the political scene, he played his part in the body politic of Liberia. He has been silent with faith of 3 presidential candidates in that country. He made that legend by Mr. Johnson, but on the political scene, he left legacy. In Nimba, we have been the greatest song ever that exists in Nimba. The research we are doing. He played a role. You may have different issues with him, but I think the former senator, are rating his name in Nimba, and I guess in Nimba, but on the national scene. You look at President Eddie City, 17, he decided to 11. 2017, he decided to fill up President Johnson to be a former president. 2023, he decided to become the president. So I think it's very fact. A lot of people on the social media, a lot of things they say, I think at this time, we have to move, with the people of Nimba. It's very fact. We're not like you. When you're an African, as Liberian, I think Senator Johnson said his people well. They call him the operator. And I think the best time for God to call him. I think at this time, at this stage, when you don't suffer, you're not sick, where people will start living up here, the death, I think God knows the reason. I don't want to say my sympathy to the people of Nimba, the people of Manzapé, the people of Liberia, my sympathy.
Okay, yes, keep calling. If you want to, we have says Thanksgiving in the U.S. to send Thanksgiving requests up, messages up. You are free. Welcome.
Yeah, so let me come in a bit, Chief Tomali.
I'll put a number up. Put one number.
The number coming up, we're trying to put it up very shortly. It'll be up. So in the meantime, while we're putting it up, +231 777 01765, +231 777 01765, and better still 0777 28 59 61. For those of you that are in Liberia, and then you want to make a point or you want to call to express your sympathy to the family, is 0777 28 59 61. 07770176635 plus 2317770176635. Very shortly will be up. I'm gonna show you that very shortly will be up. And let me join you to say happy independence. That's Thanksgiving to the people there in America. For us in Liberia today, it is actually sad. Putting aside politics, it's not about politics today, but it is about life, not just an individual, but this guy, the 40 senator, that's Senator Johnson. So let's get to the line, then we'll come back. We'll contact 07770176350, 07770176350, 777-28-59-61, 077-28-59-61, 777-0176350. These are the two numbers. And if you are following us online and then you want to make a point, plus 231-777-01765, plus 231-777-01765. So as I was saying, that's it. Since this morning, scores of other lawmakers, they have been to the 14th Senator House, where there's someone around the Duporo, and they have been there expressing their sympathy to the family. But that's it. That's life. Life has to move on. We have to go. Yes, men moving, men dropping, but it's not really easy for us in Liberia, this man we are talking about. Today's caller. Hello?
But the point is here, number, put the number up, see it.
I put the number is coming up, but then we finding small difficulties. We're trying to do it. The sound we use to put the number up, the internet is still not different, so we're trying to put it up with new another means. So very shortly will be up. Yeah. So just be patient or a bit. We'll get it. To this caller. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
You getting? Chief Money, are you there?
Yeah.
I'm great. I'm back calling from Nima County, especially I'm busy in Monrovia.
You calling from Nimba at the moment?
No, I'm busy in Monrovia. I'm very I'm saying this. I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very special edition of the closing argument, expressing our own sympathies to the 40 senators.
We never bring people to the government. Here, this guy who just passed spiritual something is man, who takes part in the government and was man, who was reporting exactly. If he does today, and we are the money of the Ethiopians and they are breaking, now our history it can bring more bad feelings. That's how that's the stuff things is, and we see how bad we can handle this issue. But it's not a political time. It's what it's actually, and I'm trying to call it over.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly. Like you said, it is not about politics today. It is not about politics. It is about life, Yeah. To this caller, how are you?
Fine. I'm Mr. Pierre Kobo, calling from Duavi to be precise.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to extend my sympathy to we the Lima people. And we should take courage. It is God time that Prince Oji is going to number enemy.
Certainly.
And I also want to tell the public to know that Prince Joseph has gone on. There will be no more worker because he was the only person that they were targeting. When the whole Prince Joseph say he's going on, there will be no extra worker in Liberia. Thank you.
Like we said, it is not about politics today. It is about expressing our own sympathy to the family and the country at large, right? So it is not just about Nimba. 077-28-59-61, 077-28-59-61, 077-017-6635, plus 231-777-017-6635, plus 231-777-017-6635. To this caller. Hello?
Hello.
How are you? You're from where you join us?
I'm calling from Toyota and my name is Tim Omope. Toyota is in Lower Market County.
Okay, Mr. Kwe, make a point.
Okay, happy Thanksgiving Day to the people of America. I'm so sad that the loss of our Senator Igwe Johnson, who most of my friends from Nevada will have in the community. Shady View is one of the 17th community in Toyota because Toyota is from community 1 to community 17. She and they took her the teaching to the Abemotra High School, and they told her the teaching to see the test,
and so many other brothers are from there. Actually, my condolences are for the that the loss of your senator. I may so rest in peace. May the peace of the people of Nima stand strong and pray together as God will guide them in the process. Thank you very much. And may God be with you.
Thank you.
Our voice can be heard.
Thank you so kindly.
Well, recognize our own man, our own boss, O'Neal Robert Osama. He's watching. He's watching. Mr. Man behind this, behind the scene. O'Neal Roberts. He's watching. He's following.
Yeah, they've been finding special edition. So yes, so to this caller, how are you? And before you join us, go ahead.
My name is Emmett Jilate, and I call from Dwyer.
Okay, Emmett, make your point.
Let me firstly say happy Independence Day to my friend and brother, my brother-in-law, my special brother-in-law, Bobby Singway. He's in the U.S. there.
It's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving.
I want to say days concerning.
It is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving. Are you there? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to him.
Okay.
And the entire, crew in studio right now.
Go ahead.
Are you there?
Go ahead.
Okay. Firstly, it is appointed unto man wants to die, and after death is judgment.
Certainly.
So when it comes to Prince Johnson there, I regret that, but I did not totally regret, simply because his death should serve as a deterrent to those who are living. There is one English word that people always speak, they call legacy. Now, if you look at the track record of Prince Johnson, there is no legacy. Even the senator where you are doing what Nima Kane period, you're doing senator, well, I see one bill that he ever or supported in our house that supported like Brent people today, despite with all of the different things he did in the country. So he didn't go on. I mean, we just have to say sorry because that's there. We all will visit, we all will go across it, but honestly, legacy is very important. There is no.
Thank you so kindly. Legacy is very, very important. That's it. 077701763 777285961. To this caller. Hello. How are you? Name from where you join us?
Yeah, I'm Abraham calling from Johnson.
Okay, Abraham, make your point.
Yeah, I want to commend you for the program. It's so sad.
Are you getting? Good morning.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
It's so sad for us. We lost our state man.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a state man, and despite people may judge him negatively, but remember, he was a devoted Christian. So all what they are saying is just every judgment. But for me, I know Prince Johnson is seated in the Abraham book. And secondly, we are all human, but despite what he did, there's a need that we look at his achievement. He was somebody that brought peace to this country one way or the other, and he realized what he did, and later on he was ready to pass. So I think we should give him some courtesy, and we should not treat him as that Prince Johnson is a statesman, and we are sorry to the people of Nimaka did. We say you should take heart, and God will be with you to give you another guardian leader that will carry you on through the new dispensation. Thank you so much.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for that. 077701765 7772859 plus 231 777017635 plus 231 777017635. That's it. Do not judge others, so that you may not be judged by others also. 077701765 077785961. These are the two numbers. Call, make a point, express your own sympathy to the people of Nima County and Liberia at large. To this caller. Hello.
Good afternoon.
How are you, sir?
Well, I'm not really fit, right?
Yes, I know.
Let me see. Good afternoon to you. I want to from the diaspora. I want to say this in the platform. And yesterday is one of the saddest days in my life. Senator Johnson was not my father. I'm connected with Allah. I'm not connected with him. No. But he was contributing a lot in my life. Okay? Meaning to say on the platform, I'm officially that was Senator for me instead of being a visit every year. $250 every year. People make money. So this year, he had this money that to tell the pastor.
I know. I know. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Yes, I know what it takes. That's it. So someone just called. They were talking about legacy. I don't know how you define legacy to be. It ain't gotta be positively, but can you just imagine someone expressing their own thought how impactful the late senator was for him paying his rent. And at this moment, he's asking how it gonna be, where you gonna start from as a visually impaired person, how it gonna be for him after this. He's asking the questions. So you see there? So he was contributing. You don't have to come to you directly. But he was contributing. See this guy, a visually impaired person expressing your own condolence, crying. So we said again, our sympathy to the people of Nima County. So that we're going to chief, that's the man, Henry Peabody, he's on, and the man Samson Mensari, the lead reporter for the closing argument. We pulled up our boundary. Yes, he's there. I'm saying here. So I guess you're going to be giving your own input as issues unfold today about the fallen senator. That's Senator Prince Ward Johnson of Nima County, a hero, a fighter. I mean, so today's caller, just welcome Henry Peabody on board. Today's caller, make a point very quickly. How are you? Your name from where you join us? Okay, Mr. Siawe, make a point. Thank you so kindly. Let's go back to the panelists. We'll come back. We'll take more calls. 0777-017-635, 0777-017-635, 285961 plus 231-777-017-635. These are the number. Let's battle you guys. Atumoli.
Yes, we're expecting the Nima County representative from District 7, Honorable Musa Hassan Benedict, will be joining us in a moment from now. But like I said again, today is Thanksgiving in the U.S., and millions of Americans all over the U.S. today. They have traveled from far and near to join families and friends to bring bread together. Like I said yesterday, today there are some missing seats at the table. Last year, those seats were filled. This year, some people are missing because they're not well, they're in hospital, or some have left for eternity. We want to say some of us, we are grateful to God for keeping us alive for another Thanksgiving. We're not better than those who have gone to eternity. It's through the grace of God that we're alive. So we want to say thanks to God for His blessings and his keeping us alive and providing our every needs. We are not better than those who have gone. Let's say thank you. We're just grateful to God, and we always be grateful to God. We want to say happy Thanksgiving to all our friends, family members, wherever you are. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's hear from Samson. Send Samson in Liberia quickly. Samson. Yeah, he's struggling. Our correspondent in Liberia there. While he's trying to come on, let's hear from Dr. Peabody.
Kimberly, good to see everybody. I just wanted to pop in. I was running out. Just wanted to pop in to wish all our fans and everyone in the U.S. Blessed, happy Thanksgiving. Let's know that Thanksgiving is not just when we have, but even when we don't have, there must be a reason to give thanks and praises to God. Thanksgiving begins with God and it ends with God. So Thanksgiving is not when we have, but even when we don't have, it's just good to say thanks to God. So I want to wish all our fans a blessed Thanksgiving. But let me just touch on the Prince Johnson. I mean, people may not like this, but I think I really, really don't applaud Prince Johnson as a hero. For some, he was the hero, but I don't know what kind of hero he was. I really hope that he had the opportunity to seek peace with families, or seek peace with God for the many people that he brought pain and suffering to, including my family. You know, we forgive him. There were cousins and loved one that Prince Johnson killed. I literally saw Prince Johnson in Newcretown. You know, so I hope he really had the opportunity to make up with them and find peace with them before he died. But there are a lot of people, you know, I think about Walter Allison and others who did not see justice and die. You know, I really hope that he would have come before the TRC and really, you know, share his side of the story. But it's not going to happen. But I hope we forgive him. I forgive him. But I really hope that he sought peace with God. But I don't think we should be celebrating him as a hero, because thousands of people's lives were afflicted. Thousands of people died. And I see people rolling on the ground, running, crying, and jumping all over the place. I wonder what you were thinking when Prince Johnson was killing other people with guns and shooting them. Can you imagine how their family were feeling in those difficult times? Some of them did not even have the opportunity to go to hospital to deal with the bleeding and other stuff that were happening, and it died instantly. But I just hope that he sought peace. And in time like this, it's always good to forgive people, but we shouldn't be hailing him as a hero. We have forgiven. You know, I love the people of Nimar. Nimar is a wonderful place. I go to Nimar. In fact, I have done a lot of work. I built a school in Nimar, all of that. I'm not from Nimar, but I just, the people of Nimar are great people. I know they went through a lot during the Civil War. A lot of people from Nimar were killed as well. A lot of people from other counties, Grand Gita, other places were killed and as well. But I mean, it is important that some of the perpetrator of these gruesome crimes face justice. But I hope he made up. I really hope that Prince Johnson made up, but we should not be hailing him as a hero. He is not a hero. Okay? He's not a hero.
Yes, like everybody said, again, like somebody said, everybody have mixed reactions to it. Most especially for some of us who were affected by his actions. We're not going to celebrate him. But if some of us will not wish and say anything much further, but for me personally, I would say I'm only here for Thanksgiving. But people are free to talk about him. He was a towering figure in the political landscape, and like I always say, he take it or leave it. He affected the full elections we had in Liberia. He decided who became president in 2005. He decided that Manan Sali would be president. She became president. 2011, he promised the CDC that he was going to support them as opposition. When the runoff came, he abandoned the CDC and supported Manan Sali again. And then in 2017, he threw his bid behind President Weah. And then in 2023, he decided to go to President Mbaka. Many people believe he used his political influence, political leverage to his own personal advantage. But today, what I can say, today is indeed the political landscape in Liberia have changed because of his passing. It has changed. It has changed. Take it or leave it. The next 5 years, we're going to see a lot of things happening. A lot of things going to happen. As I always say, a lot going to happen in the last 5 years. And here's the number for Monrovia, for Liberia is on the line already. So people have the right to express themselves, because some people are hurt, some people are grieving, some people just cannot let go. But such is life. Such is life. But you can call. The number on the screen to call from Liberia is on the screen, and also from the US, our number is there too. We had a number for US is also there. But Henry, put a U.S. number and Liberian number together so they can instead of we can have one day at least.
All right. They come up very, very shortly.
Yeah. So again, you can call the number from in Liberia. You can call, or you want to wish somebody happy Thanksgiving. You want to appear to say that to your relatives and friends. You are free. You ask for the link. We'll give it to you. You come on.
Go.
Send something to your relatives and friends. People can see you. You know. Today we just decided based on popular demand, people said we should just come and Cape Town to put some Thanksgiving messages and go the way into. But that's what's happening in the country, and take your leave it. As I said, Liberia, our politics will never be the same. Perhaps let's see who will be the next person, who will be the towering figure that will come up and decide elections in Liberia. You put it on the same stuff.
All right.
Somebody is telling me that nobody can single-handedly claim Nima anymore. I believe that person is true. Nobody can. Yeah, you have the single-handedly claim Nima can't anymore.
Yeah.
Send what to the WhatsApp and use the copy and put it. Yeah, I ain't copy from here. I'll put copy phone and copy there.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to all our wonderful fans. Happy Thanksgiving to our wonderful fans. I love the guys, the Closing Acumen, the folks who take up the time every day from work to come and watch our show. You guys are the best. I mean, we hope you enjoy your day with your family. You have, I saw Markham watching earlier. Markham, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to Winifred Smith. And all our fans that continuously watch the Closing Acumen.
Alaska Pay from India, Isaac Rue from Minnesota.
Yes.
Cecil Cully from Liberia. Man Kula Son, Daniel Junior Boazizi Duade, Bo UJ, Faboli Kamara, Berta Stewart. Happy Thanksgiving, Berta. It's People Choice, Lincoln Cully, Wayne Johnson. Happy Thanksgiving to Meye Bato, Miata Stella Herring. We also see Eddington H. Bobby Tootie, Ruth Roberts Bengba. One of the Closing Acumen regular.
Yeah.
And Ruth Roberts Bengba.
They love to stand by us. Lofa Julius, happy Thanksgiving, man.
See,
watching from somewhere.
Happy Thanksgiving to Grace, our sister Grace Goa. And again, our condolences again, Grace. Like we said, we'll be meeting you soon. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. To Chairman Ben Sebi and his family. Lofa Julius and his family, Robert Gagwa and his family, Professor Larry Ken and his family, Kerabo Gonglo and his family, Sylvester People and his family, Johnny and Debbie and his family, Chuchu Jones and his family, Toga Biade and his family, Sarah Dupo and her family, and our boy Benjamin Jonah and his family. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Anthony W. Gay Sr., happy Thanksgiving. Salia M. Nye following from Jarlastown. Yes. We also have Alio Kamara, Socrates, Samson Mosere, yeah. Our own man, O'Neil Roberts and Somba. The big boss.
The general manager himself.
Okay.
The general manager himself. O'Neil Roberts. Wish you happy Thanksgiving. Everybody, man. You know, Liberia, America, one. Thanksgiving. It's also the same. Liberia celebrated Thanksgiving in November too. You know? So it's a wonderful time, guys. And as we said, we know it's no time to rejoice over death, but equally so as you heal somebody, we also need to reflect on the life of others who were taken as well. So we stand here in the midst of peace, asking the divine to come in and take control. But we should not, for me personally, I'm not going to hail anybody as a hero. He may be the hero in the political land frame, but when you inflicted so many pains on other people, I'm not. We all we can do is to pray for peace, love, and forgiveness. But we're not going to stay here and hail people as king and hero. And no. I won't do that. That's for me personally. I won't do that. But we also hail the people of Nima. At least the people of Nima will have an opportunity to make their own selection. They're not going to be on a one person and say that, oh, once the chief talk, then we can't make that decision. At least it's not open to all the people in Nima that one man had not held them hostage to not make certain decision where he goes and where they go. So at least the people in Nima now can have the versatility, where they can make decision and do things the way they want to do it instead of hailing one person as the king of God. I think, I love the people in Nima. Nima people are very good people. I love them. They're good people. Very, very good people. I love them. So, but but Thanksgiving to our fans, to our friends, and everybody there. Thank you. Cesar Cully, do some bad things. What are you reading now?
The numbers on the screen, you can call from Liberia and the US. The numbers on the screen there, you can call. I'm told that the Nima said the likes of Larry Yankwe, Edith Gonglo Ware, Jan Twayen, it will be in the next, and Jeremiah Kuhn. It will be the next influential voices in Nima. But I don't think anyone will single-handedly be that powering figure for Nima County, that godfather, or that's most influential person who could influence the inner development in the country for Nima. Like Prince Johnson, I don't think so. So it's up to them. But back in the US, we are celebrating Thanksgiving. Usually in the US, what happens is that right now they're preparing the food. People are getting ready. People are still traveling. Around about 7, 8 o'clock tonight, people will sit at the dinner table and have all the various courses of meals coming in. And they will have this family spend a Thanksgiving and enjoy it with their family and friends. So right now, that's what's happening. Okay.
Yeah. So so that's it. But I to me, I don't want to bring politics in, but I don't think the people of Nima, I think great people. We got great person like Edith Gonglo Ware, Tewan Gonglo. We got great people. Diverse. This president, Vice President Jeremiah Cohn, others. So I don't think he was. It's like that. The people of Nima worship him. He held other people in hostage when he wanted to make political move. So I don't know, but I don't think he was really. I don't know, but I don't want to be that. I love the people of Nima. I love Nima. I go to Nima all the time. I eat my GB and everything like that. I love them, but I don't know how much. I think Prince Johnson just held that place in hostage. Stuff like that. People were just afraid. Like grandpa, they didn't want another war and stuff like that. But I don't know. To me, I don't know. But I will. It'll be. I will not call him a hero. I don't think he was a hero. Especially when you think about the atrocities of thousands of Liberian people, thousands that died. This guy would literally take a gun and shoot people and play guitar and start singing gospel song. And then you hail him as a hero. For me, as I said, my family, everybody forgave him. We have peace with him. He and I talk. We have peace, but he's not a hero. I'm not going to call him a hero here. Actually, really, man, yeah, his soul rest in peace. But you think about man who literally cut the ear of another man, him being like himself. I know people may not like my statement. I was going to be leaving here, but this is my impression about this him. And people may not like it. Don't get mad with me. Don't cuss me. But this is my impression. The good thing is we forgive him. I made peace. We talk 1 or 2 times on the phone, but I think it will be an opportunity for those great people of Nima, the Gonglos, the Cones, in order to have an opportunity to make free to have a free thing, and this is what I want. This is what I want to do for my political career, other than having to report to a god, a king, as people would call him, and stuff like that. So, guys, happy Thanksgiving. A blessed Thanksgiving to everybody. I hope you enjoy your family, eat some good food. I got small little fufu and soup and little chocolate and gravy. I will be eating shortly. So okay, you got somebody. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, I have the superintendent of Nima County is on the line. Madam Mipe Gono is on the line. The Nima County superintendent is on the line. Madam Gono, welcome to the closing argument, and you're on live.
Thank you, Tomale. Hello?
Yeah, you are live, and I'm sure you want. Today we lost the senior senator of Nima. He passed, and who's somebody who was very influential in Nima politics and Liberian politics as a whole. And we want to give you an opportunity to say something about the passing of Senator Johnson, Madam Superintendent.
Yeah, it is a very, very sad moment for us. We're saddened by this collective loss. All of Nima is bereaved. A giant tree has fallen. Unfortunately, I was in Buchanan where we were going to lay to rest the remains of our fallen superintendent, Honorable Bonner, when we got that information. But all the same, we take solace in the fact that he died in the company of his family and friends. He was in Nima on Monday. When we honor him, specifically, I gave him a key. And I reminded him that some people will live for short but memorable life, but you, Senator Johnson, have lived 70+10, and yet you've lived a memorable life. And he called 2 mornings ago, 6:42 a.m. He said, Madam Superintendent, it's 6:43 a.m. and I've called to tell you, thank you for honoring me. And that key means a lot. Thank you for honoring our tradition. Thank you for traveling along with our traditional chief. Thank you for honoring the tradition. And the time I said, thank you, Daddy, he hung up. So he caused so many people as well. So Nima has experienced an irreparable loss. It's huge. We still cannot fully comprehend it, but we are asking all of our people to remain united as we go through this difficult period. And we ask the Lord to be merciful to him in judgment and grant him eternal rest.
Yes, thank you, Moses. The voice of the superintendent of Nima County, Madam Mepe Kogono. Want to say as our condolences to the people of Nima and all those who the senators touched their lives. We know there's very troubling times. The time in Nima is very, very eventful now with his passing. We just wish that, as you said, you guys will remain united and move the agenda of Nima County forward. And happy to talk to you, and we just want to wish you all God's blessing upon you as you lead the great and industrious county of Nima County. Madam Superintendent.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you. And that's the voice of the Nima County Superintendent, Madam Mepe Kogono, speaking on the passing of Senior Senator Prince Johnson of Nima County today. Guys, keep your calls coming. We got a few more minutes here.
Mepe is doing a wonderful job in Nima. I must commend the superintendent, Mepe Kono. She's doing a wonderful job, representing the county and ensuring that Nima has a place and development. They're entitled to the equal share. I want to commend Mepe Kono. She's doing a wonderful job, and Mepe, continue your good work. And I hope you have some peace this time.
So that's it. You can still place in your call 07770176357 28 59 61 077 28 59 61 777017635. For those of you that are following on +231 777017635, these are the numbers. Call, make a point. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, send your call. Thanksgiving, a time of giving thanks, a time of appreciating people in the U.S. It's always good to give thanks. My dad told me, he said, no matter what, and if anytime someone does something for you, it is always appropriate to show some gratitude, to always say thank you. And some people don't do it. Sometimes you reach out to people, you help them, and you do great things for them, and they won't even come back without words of gratitude. But it's very, very important. So, on this day, we want to thank a lot of our people. A lot of you guys have contributed in many ways to the success of the Closing Acumen still going. You guys have been phenomenal in your support and your giving to the Closing Acumen. I want to thank you. So we want to thank everybody, for all your gifts and everything that you've done on this day, and hope that you enjoy your family. Too many, I guess I'm gonna take a leave right now. I think they need me.
Okay, bro. I'm here.
All right,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
All right.
So, guys, let me continue to send out Thanksgiving greetings to all of you. Let me recognize all of our viewers. You can still call and put the numbers up. To call. Yeah, the number is still up to call. If you're in the States, you want to call this number. In the meantime, let me recognize Alaska Pay. He's from India, watching from India. Isaac Rue from Minnesota. CC Colley. Mankula Son. Daniel Junior Boazizi Duade. Bo UJ. Sis Faboli Kamara. Bertha Stewart. It's People Choice. Lincoln Cully. Wayne Johnson. Meye Bato. Miata Stella Herring. We have Eddington H. Bobby Tootie. Ruth Roberts Bengba. C-Boy Liverpool. Anthony W. Gay Sr. Salier M. Ye. Yes, Alio Kamara. Socrates. Samson Mosere. O'Neill Roberts and Somba. Stephen Brown. Big Daddy Black Pot. I'm gonna get all that name. Francis Brooklet Waller Jr. Precious Johnson. Lofa Julius. Bella. Happy Thanksgiving, Bella. Alice York. Ang. Or somebody calling. Yep. Caller, you live on the line. Go ahead.
How you doing, Hannah? My name is Rufus, and I call from South Dakota.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just called to say, rest in peace to Senator P.Y. Johnson. And then at this point, we have no judgment over Senator Johnson. We are crossed over to the other side, and the judgment now is with the Almighty God. And so all we can do now is to just wishing we are in the journey. And so if you are from wherever you're from, at this point in time, life and death, we all will taste it. And so when somebody dies, it's not the time to go on Facebook and post all kind of things. But all was affected and derided by dangerous actions. But at the point, it's no longer on the traditions of men. It's now on the traditions of God, and God Himself will judge it. And so I just wish him well and the family and the people in Lima County. We should unite and move the country forward instead of people pointing here, crying, kill, and whatever. All those fight, these are things that kept up backward. And so I just ask everyone to calm down. When somebody dies, it's not a time to, take it as a joke. Remember that you all and we all and you yourself that is making fun will one day face death. I just want to wish the Closing Acumen folks happy Thanksgiving Day. Sister Money Judge, thank you for the good work and the rest. We will keep holding this show on from the time you guys left start the show and move on to that show. We have been there, and I enjoy the objectivity keep it up, and God will bless us all. This is a legacy we all wish to leave in our lifetime. A legacy of positivity, not negativity. So let us keep it on. God bless you all.
Yes, thank you, brother. Thank you. I want to also today. Today is the wedding anniversary of a special couple to us. This is a wedding anniversary of recognize. Today's the wedding anniversary of Mr. and Mrs. Port, Siskari, Yanson Port. Today is the 26th wedding anniversary of Mr. Yanson Kirk Port and Siskari Coleman Port, two great couple and two great friends of the closing argument. Want to say on behalf of the entire closing argument team, happy 26th wedding anniversary to you, Nyanson Kirkport, and our own sister. We call her the real rescue sister, Kari Coleman Port. Want to wish you guys God's blessing and the best as you celebrate your 26th wedding anniversary. So once again, on behalf of all of us at the closing argument, happy 26th wedding anniversary to you two, to Nyanson Kirkport and Kari Coleman Port. Is also from your brother, Mr. Rodney D. Sear, also extending his wedding anniversary, which is to Nyanson and Kari up in Pennsylvania. I want to wish you guys 26 happy, blessed wedding anniversary. Wishing all of you the best. Jackie Sear, Princess Tulip, Isaac Obari Nikpo Sr. of Minnesota, also happy Thanksgiving to you. Favor L. Morris, happy Thanksgiving. Michelle Diode, happy Thanksgiving. Benjamin Jonah, happy Thanksgiving. Again, Isaac Obari Nikpo Sr., one of Liberia's best in Minnesota. The big boy, the boy who drives the open air car in Minnesota there. When you go to Minnesota, that boy treat you like a king. Happy anniversary, happy Thanksgiving, Isaac, you and your family. And Benjamin Jonah, we miss you. I know, I'm sure maybe you doing what people do. You're one of those who are saving lives in this country from your professional nurse. You are involved in saving lives and keeping people healthy. So I'm sure that's what you are doing right now. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, to Benjamin Jonah. And once again, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you. And we got the lines on still, the number still. You can call in from the US or wherever you can call and with your family. We got a few more minutes here. We'll be leaving in the next 15 minutes. We'll be leaving. So we're still around. We're still around. Just want to say the numbers are up there. Call the numbers and you can send your relatives and friends happy Thanksgiving. Let me ask Lofa to help me put this. Lofa, please put the picture up for me, Lofa. I beg you, please. I don't know if you are Lofa, because you know I'm not an IT man, so maybe you can help me there. Maybe Lofa can help me.
Martina Khan of the Coastal Princess, WhatsApp audio.
Hold on, getting a call coming. Okay, we have on the line, they call her Coastal Princess, Martina Konate. Martina, you are live on the closing argument. Hello?
Marlene, and good evening to all your listeners. I just want to make a quick point today, and I want to say happy Thanksgiving to our people in America. And my condolences to the Nimanians.
today Nima County bereaved. But I want to say this, and I want our people to put our country first. And I see people criticizing Prince Johnson and celebrating Doe. First of all, Tomali, me, I like to be real. I think you follow me. I'm not a big fan of Prince Johnson, but I like to be real. When we look at history, let's look at what brought the war. We were in this country, there was no war, there was no tribalism. Doe was the one who brought tribalism going after people. So before Prince Johnson go in bush to protect their people, Doe was the one who brought the war. We are not happy that our innocent citizens lost their life during the war. But you can't criticize Prince Johnson because he died, and I see people celebrating like to say Prince Johnson's death will bring Doe back alive. Doe only pay for what he did to others. Let's be real here. The war, people don't just drop and go in the bush. That's something caused the war. People were marginalized. People feel like they were going after their people. So I don't know why, especially our people from the Southeast, taking Prince Johnson's death to be, because he killed Doe, that's why he lost his life. Doe said kill other people. Doe said cause a lot of problem in the country here that today, even up to now, it's still affecting our people. It will affect the next generation to come if care is not taken. So let's forget about all this shift and bleed stuff and focus. Prince Johnson have already a leeway go. What are people celebrate? People don't celebrate. And people who criticize it, people who are celebrating. So people celebrating Prince Johnson death because Prince Johnson killed their family member right before then. And you can't blame these people. Some of us, maybe we are hurt, but to be honest, I lost my grandfather in the war, but I don't know the main person that killed him, whether I was Doe people or whether I was Prince Johnson men or whether I chatted or men. I can't tell. So I went out, but some people wasted Prince Johnson killed their family. See where some people wasted Doe soldier killed their family. So this thing is very, so everybody is hurt. But let bygone be bygone. And people who celebrating, maybe yes, my father, he killed my father during the war, and today he's no more. So I'm happy about his death. You don't tell people how to move. Some people will celebrate and some people will move. So let me just leave everybody to have their say. This is democracy, and that's make democracy beautiful. If everybody have their own say and people, you will disagree, but people, I see people go on, people post to insult them. It's childish. Let everybody have their say. Some people hurt because their family lost their life, but people who hurt because Prince Johnson killed Doe, Doe said kill other people too. So you are not right. And because of Doe, Prince Johnson took arm to protect his people. So it already happy and leave with God up matter to judge the case. The day we reach there, everybody will receive their own punishment. Thank you for having me on the closing argument. I appreciate it.
Thank you. That's the voice of Martina Konate, commonly called Costa Princess. Well, the Chairman Benson, you just show up. The chairman perhaps got something to say. You know, one thing I would say, every time I call PYJ, every time I call him, he would think I'm Ben. Am I son Ben? Am I son Ben? When I call him, am I son Ben? He said, tell Ben to call me, man. Tell Ben to call me. Well, maybe Ben will call you another time.
I know, right? Well, Tommy, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, man, Chum. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, to all the to all the families out there, even to the ones in Liberia. I know your Thanksgiving was the first Thursday of the month, and then over here in the U.S., the Thanksgiving is the last Thursday. So we say happy Thanksgiving to all of you. You know, the Prince Johnson thing is a very complex. It's a very complex and sensitive issue. Like you rightly said, to some people, he was, he wasn't hero. He was a hero. To others, he was a villain. For me personally, I think he was a complex and complicated figure. I think he was. He was clearly, you can't deny his presence, his footprints within the Liberian body politics. But yet and still, he did cause a lot of people pain. And I think it's important for us to recognize that people are hurting today. People have been hurting for the last 2.5, almost 3 decades since that war ravaged through our country. But this is, I'll be frank with you, this is the cleavages, the complications, and the complexities of the country called Liberia. We cannot ignore these things. And I continue to say that until we can find solace and find some closure as a nation, these things are going to happen. These things are going to happen. A lot of the players that we're talking about are in the 80s. Some of them are in the 70s. They are at the end of their lives, whether we want to agree or we want to disagree. Former President Charles Taylor, I believe, is in his 70s?
Yeah.
He's in his 70s now. President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is in her 80s. PYJ was 72 years old. There are other players. And it's the war was tragic. Some of the things that happened during the war were inexcusable. But when you have a war, this is what wars are not pretty. They're not pretty. And so today, as much as we look at him and we see and we say our hearts goes out to his family, because he does have family, he have loved ones. But we also remember those who were victims of his. We remember their family also. There are people who today has cut open a wound. The people, people have a different way, Tommy, of dealing with tragedy. People have a different way of dealing with setbacks. Sometimes they tend to block it out and they tend to forget that it ever happened, especially when something happens to your loved one. But then when something like this happens, you have a flashback. You have a trigger. Something triggers you, and you go back. I've been reading comments on social media. I've been seeing both sides of the conversation. I just want to say to Liberia, you're a complicated society. We're complicated. We have cleavages that we have to deal with, and the only way we will maybe find some kind of a solace or some kind of let's sit down is if we talk about these things, if people have a chance to answer and to, and to get the day where they are able to defend themselves or to apologize or something. I don't know. It's so complicated because we're such a small and intertwined nation. But yet and still, if we are small and intertwined, then there should never have been a reason why we were killing each other the way we did. A lot of things happen, and I think you have to say that.
I know it's not too early. He's already passed. But what do you think this Prince's death with PYJ's death bring to the political landscape? You think there will be a change in because don't forget now, since 2005 to 2017, he has played a pivotal role in becoming the president of our country.
Uh-huh.
And in fact, you were chairman of the Liberty Party. You guys were involved in everything, especially 2017 election and so forth. And like PYJ, he knows you well. You guys have talked. But what do you think the changes that will bring to the political landscape in Liberia? You think how much effect it will have on who becomes president of 2020 now, the way forward, the next 5 years? What do you think will happen?
It's clear. First of all, there are a couple of things that are about to happen, and I don't think people are even taking that into consideration yet. There is a by-election coming up. Someone has to fill Prince Johnson's seat. That's going to be.
And we think will be somebody put out one.
That's what I'm about to say. That's going to be the first. That's going to be the first major. Well, the Unity Party won the seat vacated by Jeremiah Combs, but that was because they were very new, right? They didn't have a record.
Yes.
That's also going to be the first test. It's almost similar to what happened with the CDC when the CDC won the Monserrato seat that was vacated by President George Weah.
Yeah.
And Sir Joseph ended up winning because there was no record. But then you also saw what happened when Geraldine Doe lost her life. And Senator Abraham Darius Dillon won that seat because there was a coalescence of the opposition. It was because the ruling party then had a record, right? And so this is going to be also a test for the ruling party. It's going to be a test for Jeremiah Cohn, who by all stretch of the imagination, is the heir apparent. He is the highest elected official right now. I mean, he has been, because he was higher than Prince Johnson, but the reference was still, the deference was still given to Prince Johnson because he literally catapulted Jerry Cohn to where he is today. He handed his throne over to Jeremiah Cohn when he made him standard bearer and political leader of his party, the county. So your question about what is it going to do, there is clearly going to be a shift. I think it's a little too early to determine what's going to happen, but I think there's clearly going to be a shift. I too want to side on the side of, I too want to lean on the side of people who are saying that there's not going to be another Prince Johnson. There's not going to be another person of that because Nimba has just too many cleavages. I don't even know how he was able to, at some point in time, be able to bring all these people together. But even with his presence, the county was divided. The county was divided. So you do have, you clearly know that someone like Edith Gonglo Ware is going to probably look at running for that seat again. You know, she ran against Prince Johnson. She was, if anybody came closest to dethroning Prince Johnson from that Senate, it was Edith Gonglo Ware. So I would not be surprised if I see her rear her head and put her hands up to say that she wants to run. Then you have, listen, you can't discount him. Musa Bility. Musa has carved for himself, Dominic, a place in the politics in the last 9 months. You know him to be one of the most popular members of the national legislature, whether people like him or dislike him. He has been able to walk outside of that shadow that people had about him, right?
So you can be of
course, and that's what makes Musa a dangerous candidate.
So he can still
you can still be a representative and run for the Senate. And if you lose, you go right back to your seat. He doesn't have anything to lose.
But then somebody called earlier, right? The person said, I think the person said there was a meeting planned with Prince Johnson and the former president. We are on Saturday for this Saturday.
Yes, I am aware of that. I did speak with some of the folks close to the former president. In fact, they have been in touch. I understand that he reached out to the former president, I think 2 or 3 days ago, and they were supposed to have this meeting this week coming up, or towards this weekend, yes. Clearly, I think there has been some bias remorse from Prince Johnson. I think he is not too happy with the way things have panned out with his alliance with the Unity Party. So you clearly know he was a political animal, right? So I think him having conversations with George Weah, it was not far out of the realms of possibilities. But I do know that there was conversations going on. But like I said, Jeremiah Cohn, clearly the heir apparent.
I want to ask you a very tricky question. Yesterday, it was reported that the vice president said that he was he's not a member of the MDR,
the
PYJ's party. He said he was one of the Unity Party, which according to the Unity Party, the rules and the policy, once you run on the ticket, you must be part of the party. Yeah. So now PYJ is no more. So the two figures in the MDR were PYJ and the vice president. So now the VP just said he's not a member of the party and PYJ is gone. So what become of MDR?
Well, look, two things can happen. Clearly, the MDR is the vehicle that, and people need to understand something. The MDR was the vehicle that was used by Prince Johnson. Before the MDR, it was the NUDP.
Yes.
Now, the NUDP died a natural death when they expelled Prince Johnson. Many people don't know, again, like I say, as a student of history, political history, you have to remember these things when you're giving these analysis, right? The NUDP, right? Some folks in Nimba felt that Prince Johnson, they thought the time had come for him to step aside and to give way to a new generation of leaders. So they expelled him. They expelled him from the NUDP. And you know how that story ended up. The NUDP died a natural death. In fact, when he left, he took away literally all of the infrastructure and brought it over to the MDR. and so he just left a shell, and that's what happened. So the MDR could suffer that same fate. Again, it all left for what Jeremiah Kuhn is going to be doing. And the truth is, he did have to be a member of the Unity Party. It's not necessarily the Unity Party constitution. Is the bylaws of the National Elections Commission. Is the rules for you to run on a political party ticket. You have to be a member of that party, except you have a registered alliance with the National Elections Commission. The Unity Party alliance is not a registered alliance with the Elections Commission. It's just an alliance that they say we have a UP alliance because we brought all these parties together. But if you notice, all of the people who ran on in the UP alliance, they ran under the Unity Party as a party with NEC, because NEC doesn't recognize anything called the Unity Party alliance. It's not like the CDC or where they had the CPP. Like you saw the CDC had to put a different logo, the MPP, and all of them came into. That's why Joa Taylor didn't have to leave the MPP to run as vice standard bearer of the Coalition for Democratic Change, because that's not what the law says. Once you're a recognized coalition, you come together. But Kuhn did have to resign, and you can't be member of two parties at the same time. It's against the law, right? So Kuhn had to resign as member of MDR to be able to bear the vice standard bearership of the Unity Party. So the MDR is going to live determined on what Jeremiah Kuhn wants to do, right? Now, Jeremiah Kuhn is going to be in a tricky position because he is trying to angle to potentially replace President Joe Buckeye, and he needs the Unity Party infrastructure. So if I was him, right, free advice, if I was him, I will try to hold on as much as I can to hold on to MDR, but it's going to be difficult. Because let me tell you why it's going to be difficult, Tommy. When you have towering figures, right, controlling institutions, you saw the same thing with the Liberty Party, my party, right, Liberty Party with Charles Brumskin. Once that towering figure is off the stage, whether by death or incapacitation, those parties are no longer the same. The only party that has been able to at least survive, but even they have their struggles, is the MPP. Right? The MPP has been able to, but the only way the MPP might have been able to do it, it had to align with the CDC, right? To be able to get the vice presidency. So I think the MDR, if Jeremiah Kuhn is not able to hold them together, because you may see them, everybody coming to start splintering if he's not able to be that unifying force, right? To be able to hold everybody together. And then you may see see something similar happening.
Chairman, I agree. But what I see going to happen though, political parties in Liberia, they are centered around individuals. They are around individuals. Now, with the MDR, people see it as almost like a party that aligns with Nima County.
Yeah.
And in order for the vice president to have that attachment to Nima, the MDR cannot be allowed to die a natural death.
I agree.
So, like you said, he's in a tough spot. Either he will support the party, ensure that they have the new leadership or new political leader to take over the party and to lead the party, or else it may not affect the Nima's vote. Now, what may happen, someone else may form a party in Nima.
No, it's not what may happen, Tommy. It is going to happen. Okay. People are going to take advantage. There are going to be players who will take advantage of this void, right? Like I said, whether we like it or not, there are several. There are one of them popping on. One of them pop up on the screen. Right? But whether we like it or not, there are several giants in politics as it stands right now, right? One of them right here on the screen, Musa Belete. It is not within the far realms of possibility. Musa is one of the strong political leaders right now in the county. You have Jeremiah Kuhn, who is the sitting vice president. Yan Twain, Ta Wongwe. These are young guys. What these guys will do, the Samuel Core guys, all these guys, right? What they will do now, their challenge will be to hold this caucus and to hold this thing together. But they have different persuasions. They have different interests, right? And until those interests can be determined and defined, I think the MDR, again, like I said, once you have a target that wants to walk away, the MDR has will have their share of challenges. They're not going to be bulletproof. They're not bulletproof like any other political party, right? But I think, like I said, the first conversation the first thing I'm looking at, Prominent George, is who will be replacing Senator Prince Johnson. Will we be seeing a Senator Musa Bility? Will we see Senator Ibn Ware? Will we? And even though he's right here on the screen, I keep saying this. He is probably one of the most dangerous and insurgent candidates if he decides to run, because he has he's a sitting representative. He has a track record over the last 9 months of being one of the most popular and one of the progressive legislator. Remember, people already started saying that Musa should run for the Senate. They already used to say it. Our incoming senator, right? So, but he's right here. Maybe we can ask him. You know, I know it's a little early. We probably may not get a lot out of him, but I can tell you.
Besides that,
it's going to be interesting.
I welcome Honorable Bility, but it seems not to. Honorable Bility is he has no party right now.
Oh, exactly.
He's a free agent. He has no party. Whether he will form a new party, we don't know. But he's here though. Welcome, Honorable Musa Hassan Bility. I know your candidate, the caucus is bereaved today. So perhaps you have something to say about the passing of one of your members of the caucus. Honorable Johnson, welcome.
Thank you guys. It's a tough day. It's a solemn day. Very reflective. Definitely, my country is mourning. We've lost a hero. We've lost a force that has determined the fate of Nimba County and Republic of Liberia for the last almost 20 years. He has literally determined the outcome of the last 3 elections, 2011, 2017, and 2023. He may be a lot of things to other people, and we understand that. But for us in Nimba County, he was the savior of the country. He was the man who stood for the people when no one could stand for them. For the people in Nimba, that moment marks everything. Of course, we do recognize that he means the complete opposite to so many other people, and we understand that. And sometimes I do say, for that, we will never stop saying we are sorry. But for the people in Nimba County, this was our politics. He was the embodiment of our politics. He was the direction of our politics. To ignore that is to ignore reality. Nimba is hurting. Nimba is mourning. He's left so many emotions, so many feelings, and he left so many doors wide open. We were never, he was a human being, but we were never expecting this at this time. And his going marks a huge turning point in the history of our country. So today, for me, it's not to talk about what's going to replace him, who's going to replace him. That's a whole discussion to have. Today is not to talk about what next, what Nimba has become. How vulnerable. I know that we've become vulnerable, whether people like it or not. The grip that you have on that country will not be anymore. No matter who say what, it's going to be a different story. People tried to fight him. I, one time or the other, opposed him. But it's clear to us, especially when I entered Nimba politics, that the love for him was not measurable. The love for him was something that you sometimes will do yourself a favor not to try to understand it, just to accept it. So it's a big day for Nimba. It's a big, massive loss. You know, I was telling somebody today as a student of history that when leaders of such massive influence pass, the immediate aftermath is chaos. The attempt to replace him can be very chaotic. And that will take time. Sometimes it never happens. People will come, people will go, but to be like him, I doubt it will ever have someone like that. A lot of people disapprove of him, and a lot more approve of him. And so he was who he was. But I can say he was our hero from Nima County.
Musa, can I ask you a question? When was your last interaction with the late senator?
Around 4:30
What was
yesterday.
that? Oh,
4:30
yesterday.
Yes.
Wow.
He called me that I came from Kanta. I heard some noise about the land issue in Kanta. So I want you to come so that I can discuss it with you. So I say, when do you want me to come? So I say, oh, come on a holiday. Since Friday is a holiday, come, in the morning, let's sit down. So I'll call the person so that they will talk to them, we'll find a solution. Around 4:30 yesterday.
Wow.
So, Honorable Bilete, how did he hear about the news? What time you heard about the news?
So I had this very long call this morning, 2-hour call. And then once I dropped off that call, then I went on a phone call with Mrs. Medina Wise. So I was on the phone with Medina Wise, and I just saw this unusual buzz of my phone. I mean, it was coming from all over. I said, I know the phone rings in the morning, but there was consistency in the direction of the call. Everything was related to Nima. My COS called me, Mark Javata called me, different people, everything from Nima. When I opened the chat, all of the Nima chat was carried it. I heard it around 8:30 this morning.
Wow. Let me ask you a question, Musa. And I know you don't want to dive into the politics, but this is general politics, right? Do you, like you said, you clearly you hit the nail on the head when you said when towering figures like this, whether controversial or non-controversial, leave the scene, there is chaos, right? Do you believe there will be? I mean, you clearly have said it right. He influenced the last 3 elections in the country. Do you believe there's going to be anybody from any other region in the country, at least in the near future, now or near future, that may have such a hold on the national political scene as PYJ did?
There were 2 people that would do that. See and George Weah.
Okay.
They both, had a grip. George Weah had a grip on the segment of the society that supports him.
Yeah.
From what I know and what I see, there's nothing anyone. It varies between 25 to 27, sometimes 30%.
30%, yeah.
But it never goes beyond 25%. So those never changes. I mean, those never change. And then for PYJ, I mean, look at his number in the last election. Overwhelming, beyond ethnic line. I mean,
that's the other thing I wanted to ask
people.
Yeah.
But he rocked the vote in every aspect. In Manosa, I mean, he rocked the vote for everywhere. I think 125,000 or something. So,
But your thing is, we had a superintendent of Nima earlier, and she called for she's talking about unity. But you think his death will unify the county or will divide the county? What do you think will bring to the county? Because
we're gonna face challenge. I don't like to be romantic about that.
True.
We're gonna face challenge. There's gonna be who is the true leader of the county. I believe that title will not be conferred on anyone on a silver platter. I believe it's going to be based on your deeds. It's going to be based on your record with the people. And again, now he's gone. We don't know why he left. We don't know whether he left something that he wrote. We don't know whether he said he has a recording. We don't know. So as far as I'm concerned, he did not point to anyone to say, this is my successor. So everybody will claim that. But I'll come from, just from my own personal experience, to say, if you want to be the next Prince Johnson, you're going to have to work for it. If you haven't worked for it, then you got to start working for it. So it's going to take time. It's going to take time.
So where does this leave? I mean, when you some may say that you're being a little vague and you're being a little unfair to the vice president, who clearly, right, without Prince Johnson's influence, support, literally he was his mentor, right? He catapulted him from obscurity to now a heartbeat away from the presidency. Some may question and ask that maybe Jeremiah Cohn is the heir apparent here, because Prince Johnson did say at one point that he was turning the baton over to a new generation, and that generation is embodied by Jeremiah Cohn and the fact that he is vice president of the country. What will you say about that? I mean, you're clearly saying here that there is clearly a vacuum. Do you not see Cohn, or are you saying Cohn has not earned his stripes yet to get that?
It's quite a tough question you're asking me, but I see it two ways, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
Cohn is in the position to be the leader of the country. He is the leader of the country by virtue of his position as vice president.
Mm-hmm.
To command the kind of power, influence that Prince Johnson has, he has to work for that.
Okay.
Let me give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Johnson will come to me any day and tell me, Musa, I want you to do this. Even if I didn't like it, I would find it difficult not to do it, because I know also where I am in my district, a good part of that district. He has unfettered influence. If I have issues with him, it will affect me there. If you recall, during the election, there was two instances where he threw jab at me, and people expected me to fire back,
mm-hmm.
give him my nature, but I didn't, and even he himself was surprised. I said, I can't fight you. I'm able to fight you. There's no way. It's like a political suicide mission for me to fight you. But today, the vice president can't do that to me.
Mm.
I can disagree with him, and nothing can happen to me in my country.
Wow.
So the vice president has earned that from all of us. He has to, and I'm hoping that he will do that.
And it depends on what he
I
does.
believe he has the capacity.
Okay.
I believe he has the leadership quality to do that. But he has to work for it. He has to work for, gee, Ben, I don't want you to forget this. And every time I want to say this, I will say sorry to those who previously hurt. All of them. But I want you to remember the time Prince Johnson came, what the people of Nimba was suffering. The indiscriminate killing, the execution, summary execution of Nimbayans. Nimba people just did not forget that. And as long as he's living, the Nimba was aware that if there was war today, Prince Johnson would not go to war to stand for them. Nimba were aware. They were aware that he was old. But they never forget that young men and women were summarily executed everywhere in Liberia due to the war. And I have to repeat back, because I know this is a very sensitive case.
Yeah.
He hurt people.
True.
And to some of us, some of these people we don't know, some we know, we always will say, before we talk about what he did, we always will say we are sorry for the wrongs that he may have committed. For Nimba Kante, the fact that he sacred the war around them, freed them from war, and drove Doe out of Nimba, and came to Monrovia and said they never forgot that.
How is his family? How's his wife?
I didn't see her today. The grieving was too much. I had been to see him a week ago, and so
Did he look different? Did he sound?
He was showing sign of weakness. He was showing sign of frailty.
Okay.
I was, the last time I actually told him, I said, Chief, are you okay? And he said, I got too much pressure.
Wow.
But I tried not to go too deep, so I didn't ask him what kind of pressure. But he did tell me that I have too much pressure. So what I'm trying to say then is that Prince Johnson got his power from there. It's been it's been over 30 years. The people never forgot that. To get the influence that Prince Johnson had, you have to work for it. Like you just said, the vice president, I think he's done a lot of work in Nimba, but in the minds of the ordinary people, he was working in Prince Johnson's shadow. So it's a challenge to him. It's a challenge to him. It's a challenge to him as a leader to prove himself to, a leader is a leader. We may be older than him, but he's our leader. He's the vice president. He's the highest officer in the country. How he's going to hold himself? Because the love different.
True.
The love of Prince Johnson is an unconditional love for an act that probably will not be repeated. And right now, the love that you have is purely going to be strictly on what you're doing for your people. So the vice president has a huge challenge, but I think he has the quality, he has the capacity to do it. But I could not, I'm being honest, I could find other way to tell Prince Johnson no. But I could not have stood in front of him. No, I'm not going to. But I can tell you now, I can tell the vice president no.
A few weeks ago, I was in our last conversation. I think I heard that he had said that he was running for president 2029. So I asked him, I said, can you confirm that you declare you run for president? He said, I'm quiet for now, my son. I'm observing national issue. Liberia is still on stormy stormy sea. Then I followed him with a call, and then when he asked, he said, tell Ben to call me, you know. And he said, my son, right now, he said, in Liberia. I said, no. He said, but he said, you might come to the church. I said, okay. I know. He went to that church several times. I'm like, bro, I know I went to that church. But his last word, he said, I'm quiet for now, observing national issues. Liberia is still on stormy sea. Yeah, but you know, the thing is that about the country, right? Right now, I know you were saying earlier, but politics is dynamic. It's not stagnant. Right now, I see people already in some chat room that Ben was saying, pushing your knees. Oh, Musa, and we don't know what will happen, but again, I'm sure people will come to you the next after he's buried, or while while they're thinking about his burial, will come to you and say, Musa, when you throw your tower in, put your tower in the race or for this. But again, Nima, you cannot go to the executive mansion with all Nima County. He has proven it. So right now, everybody is concerned about Nima County. Like, I was one of those who said, oh, 2023, PYJ will not have no say who become president. I say, in fact, it will be the first time we have a president who won the election with all having Nima supported, but he proved me wrong. But this time around, 5 years, we got a lot to happen in 5 years. I was saying, but I'm still, as we said today is his death is a major a major effect on the political landscape. I mean, people are gonna really be coming up. We're gonna fight for it. My fear before I end is that I believe your county will split. I'm not too sure whether you will go together. That's my fear.
Keith, you know, growing up as a Muslim at the age of 11, my father trained me to fast. The logic in fasting is patient. Even if you're hungry during the day, just know that after 7, there will be a lot of food to eat. So right now, we got to focus on his death, his life, and until we bury him, there will be a lot of time to talk about politics.
I think I respect you. I respect that, and I think it's out of his memory. But I do want to ask you something. Take it away from you guys, from you, and the because I think I know why you're doing this. You want to respect his memory, not necessarily that you don't want to talk about it. And you're right. If there's one thing we know.
Ben, by the way, sorry, you know, happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
But Ben, is this somebody else dying?
Yes, the former Vice President John Gray, former Vice President Moses Blah, the one who became Vice President for that short period with Moses Blah. After he became president, he died today also.
From Bomi? Is it from Bomi?
Yeah, I think it's from Bomi. Bomi or Kipman, one of them. He's a senator, but so the MPP is also mourning one of their figures. But Musa, I wanted to ask you about. You have your ears all over the place. Did he say anything to you about his relationship with the Unity Party? Was he?
The meeting when we had on Saturday, I expect that.
Were they good? Were they in a good place? Do you think? I mean, we know there were several jabs being thrown here and there when he was to a point where everybody would anticipate his Sunday sermons, right? Because we want to hear what Prince Johnson coming to say about issues trending, especially with the war crimes thing and all of that. Did you guys ever have any conversations about? Did he have any bias remorse? Did he have any regrets for the decision he made? Did he say anything like that to you?
I would still want to cherish his memory. Ben, if I mean, that man says so many things to me.
I'm sure. I just have to try. That's
says so many things to me, and I'm happy his family is there. His wife. Most of the time when I'm sitting talking with him, they were always there. His daughter is also a witness. He says so many things to me. I will have the opportunity to say that, but for now, I want to celebrate him.
But you know, Ben,
And I want to agree with Tomani. We're gonna chop each other off, but eventually, everything that happens in the Makande, everything that happens in the Makande will depend on the leadership quality of Vice President
of the Vice President. I agree with you.
But you know, Ben, you know, I mean, there were several times I was in the presence of honorability, and PIG will call him. So contrary to what people thought that, and I was surprised during the election. I said, but why did I get attacked, Musa? You're not attacking Musa, but what happened? But there were several times we were together, PIG will call him. I said, oh. Then he will walk on the other side to talk to PIG, you know, to talk and so forth. And I said, but PIG, I thought PIG would see the guy as his political opponent.
I really look. The last time I was with PYJ, it was me and Speaker Kofa in about 7 days ago.
Okay.
Yes, asked me.
So thank you for bringing that up. So what do you think this does to your? We saw Speaker Kofa and the self-purported Speaker of RLJ hugging each other.
That picture, that today picture?
That today.
Yes, I was right there.
Yeah.
I saw Richard Koo and Kofa hugging. Yes.
Yeah, that's today.
Yeah,
what do you think that has? Yeah. What do you think that? What do you think this breaking news? What do you think this death? What implications this death may have on this house crisis? Or do you think this is just squarely on the Supreme Court?
I think it's going to have a huge internal implication. But I don't think it's going to be outside. Especially when it comes to Nimba County. But I don't think that's going to be anywhere in the street.
True.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know he passed now, but so which side he was on?
I will also I will not allow any controversy with him. What I'm telling you, Tumani, mark your question down. Okay. I will answer all. But just imagine, Ben, this man just passed today.
No, I agree.
Musa Bede says something that seemed to overshadow what happened. Would that be fair?
No, that's not fair. I agree. I think
but,
you're right.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said. All I can tell you, Tumani, is that I had an excellent relationship with the senator. We really respected one another. And many days he poured his heart to me. And hopefully when we lay him to rest, I will be able to say that. But for now, you know, look, I see people are putting their outpouring that. And I think people should do that. I think that's okay. Let people put it out. For some of us, he's our hero. For some, he's a villain. And that's the definition of life. Those of all to whom he was a hero just need to appreciate that other people thought of him differently. Mm-hmm. And appreciate how those people feel. But in the end, guys, this man has defined our politics for over 21 years.
True.
So you may not like it, but that's the fact. So we're here, man. And hopefully, yes.
I want to say, and for disclosure, I got to know him through you. And so when Tomini said, he kept, I did get upset with him over the last couple of, and I think that's the reason why Tomini, he kept saying,
Ben will call me.
My son Ben called me.
And Ben, that was his strength.
Of course.
His strength was he never kept away from people because they publicly criticized him.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I mean, Tomani, you know that.
Yeah, he
You get on the radio, you attack
and then he told me, said,
PYJ,
"Can't come to my
believe
check.
me,
I don't want
believe
that."
me, at the end of the day, he looks at it differently.
Yeah. So like I say, I mean, I got to know him through you, and I know the relationship that the both of you guys had, and I know it was one of mutual respect, one of a father and a son type. He rarely saw you as, in fact, I do believe, if I stand to be corrected, he was one of the people who encouraged you to run. He kept telling you that you needed to plant your flag in Nimba. He encouraged you to continue to.
And Ben, this man had a philosophical reasoning for my running all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He always say, your running will prove that the country is getting together in terms of unity.
Mm-hmm.
He said to me one time, when Nimba people were dying, and he was making a reference to Muslim. He said when Nimba people were dying, that we were on the land commission of Cherry. We want to segregate. He said when Samuel Doe and his people were killing the Nimbayans, the whole world was looking, watching, and doing nothing. It was Muslim countries that received us all the way to Libya. It was Muslim country that fed us, armed us, and brought us back to defend our people. He always said that. He said something. He was stuck in Nigeria. He couldn't come. The Nigerian government didn't want him to come unless the Liberian government write a letter. Guess who wrote that letter? Cabinet Janet.
Mm.
And Cabinet Janet went to the airport to receive him when he returned to Liberia.
Musa, I will have to run in a few. I have to go carry
we're done.
For Thanksgiving, but I will call you. But I do want to say something though. I just got a text from one of former President Charles Taylor's daughter, who told me that over the last couple of years, the two of them have rekindled their relationship. That they were in touch. In fact, she's saying to me here that they spoke as early as a week ago. Funny, interesting, interesting dynamics, right? People knew that, right? But it just tells you again, like I say, the cleavages and the complications of our country and the complication of our politics and everything. But Musa, I want to.
I'm also told that he was due to meet
George Weah
on
Saturday. Saturday. In fact, I confirmed it today that they exchanged messages. They had spoken on the phone and that they were planning a meeting. But let me. I want to leave you because I have to run. Like I said, I want you to leave. What would be your greatest memory, right? What will stand out to you when it comes to Prince Johnson and what he stood for and like you said, to him, to you, he was a hero. You're a member of your county, but you would with respect to the fact that there are people who are hurting today. But I want you to talk about what would be your what's your lasting memory? I mean, I know there's several, but what would be one that would stand out in your top 10 or top 2?
A couple. The number one is the love his people have for him. I mean, children who were not born when he came and gone. His time in Liberia, Ben, the entire Civil War, Prince Johnson time was less than a year.
True.
From December to I think August or September, that was it.
Yeah.
But the love the people have for him, completely, absolutely unconditional. That was one thing. The other thing, which is a lasting memory, is the effort he made when so many people were dying of hunger, starvation, how hard he fought for ECOMOG to land in Liberia. He put everything into that to stop the NPFL from taking over the airport, the seaport, and to allow ECOMOG to land. And that landing saved thousands of lives, brought food, medicine, NGOs, and everything into Monrovia's environment. And those who wanted to leave, allowed them to leave. That's when you heard the Great Bob Challenge and other things. You know, like I said, and I want to repeat, some people have terrible memory. He definitely did a lot of things to a lot of people. But it will be left with God and to us that are left to judge him. But his memory will be as divided as during his lifetime. Those who loved him while he was living would never stop loving him. Those who hated him because of what he did to them will never stop hating him. And they too, this may be closure for them. And I don't know what's, because I've always said that they brought the war chronicle from Pageancy. So I don't know what's going to happen to the war chronicle.
Well, interesting. Yeah, what's going to happen? Yeah, hopefully
we'll see.
What was that? Yeah, no, I thought it was a fascinating conversation. Tony, thank you for putting this together. I think.
Yes, thank you, Tony.
Look, again, our heart goes out to the family of Senator Johnson, but our hearts also goes out to the many victims, to the many people who feel today was a moment where their scars have been reopened, and like Musa said, you have to be cognizant of that because he was a very controversial and complex figure. He was so at best he was a towering political strategist.
Yeah.
He was one of the best that probably graced our political scene. I always said to people that singular act of making the shift to leave the political leadership of the MDR and elevate Jeremiah Cone, that singular act turned 2023 around. Nobody saw it coming. We woke up one morning, we heard
he was a master act.
Yeah, we woke up one morning and we heard Prince Johnson was resigning as political leader, and that Jeremiah Cone was on his way to go run for president. And everybody was like, what the hell is happening here? And then catapulting Joseph Boakai to making the advances that he made. And say what you want to say. I think even the CDC know that if they had not lost Prince Johnson, that they probably would have won that election, maybe possibly even on the first ballot. I mean, when you think about how close the election was, you never even know what could have happened, because the ripple effect of their alliance with the Unity Party was even felt in Montserrat, with the Nibanians in Montserrat supporting the Unity Party the way they did. And taking the CDC away. So I think you got to give it to him.
The truth of the matter is that he decided the 2023 election.
That's what I'm about to say, yeah.
I mean, in Bossman, Nima Kande gave the Unity Party 150 something vote.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the end of the day, the Unity Party won by 70,000 votes.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
And the funny thing is, when you even speak, I mean, I've had conversations with Vice President Cone, and it just tells you how, again, like I said, this was his idea. He got up, he birthed it, and picked up the phone and called him and said, "Hey, I need you to run for president." And I mean, when Cone explained that story to me, I was like, he said he got up that morning and Prince Johnson just called him and told him, he said, "Listen, you're gonna run for president." The initial intention was to kind of push the CDC to the wall a little bit. I don't think the intention at first was to leave the CDC.
It was a bargaining.
It was more of a bargaining chip to push them to the wall. They felt that they were not treated fairly through the first 6 years. So their mindset was, okay, you know what, we're going to run for president and then we'll bargain with you in the runoff and you get all what you get doing. But I think the Unity Party was very smart in advancing and you know, and playing the game they play. But like you said, Musa, Prince Johnson will be remembered for many things, but I think his stamp on the political landscape is one that is undeniable, and you know, we all got to acknowledge that. Yeah.
Well, it's Thanksgiving, yeah, so we'll get eat a turkey. So
yeah, guys, enjoy yourself.
We'll talk. Musa, let me say this. You know, every time, and this is why I tell Tommy all the time. I say, Tommy, we got a long way to go. That's why I don't get worried about all the politics right now. Look at what just happened today.
I said 5 years. A lot happened in 5 years.
Look at what just happened today, and look at potentially what's about to happen in the next couple of weeks. And like I said, you know, there was no election plan, at least for the next 6 years, right? No election was planned except somebody had died, right? Or somebody, you know, to do. And Nimba is once again about to become the epic center for Liberian politics after the burial of Prince Johnson.
And it's going to be interesting event. It's going to be more than just this seat.
That election.
It's going to be a symbol of control. It is going to be an epic.
I'll say this.
You're right, but let me keep my mouth shut on it. But it's going to be an epic.
But before I leave into this, whoever will become a senator of Nimba County to replace him, whoever will lead that fight to be that kingmaker, that person will become the eventual de facto or a leader of Nimba for the time being. Whoever will lead that fight.
No, you see, it will only draw the battle line.
Yeah.
It will not determine the winner. But at least after his replacement is also in office, then there will be, you know, blue and green line.
Yeah, the lines that will be blurred.
There will be a new line.
And just for the full record, I am a resident of Nimba. I have voted right.
Yeah.
I played Ben Rice.
I'm gonna be voting in that election. I hope you know all of you who running for senator. You better start thinking about calling me.
I forgot. Yeah.
Musa made me a senator of Nimba. He got me farm.
Man, you need to come and start making your farm now.
I need to start doing my farm and stuff. So we're gonna be involved in the Nimba politics moving forward. Yeah. Dominic, I told you to go right side in Nimba. You were joking. I see. No, but Musa, it was great chatting with you. We'll talk offline. We have a lot to talk. You know, my favorite scene from The Godfather, it says, is when the Don says, every time I try to step away, they pull me right back in. I don't know if anybody who's seen The Godfather, that's probably one of the most iconic scenes in The Godfather. He said, every time I try to leave, they pull me right back in. And I think politics is about to get interesting. But first, like we say, if we wait to see the funeral arrangements, I think it's going to be a major funeral in Nimba County. And we send our hearts condolences to his family. But we also remember those who lost their lives over the last couple of decades as a result of our Civil War. But it's great, man. Musa, we'll talk.
Thank you, Chairman.
Let me run.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll take your plate.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Universal News Summary of 12. My name is Hansen Der Represent.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads and stuff.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to Truth FM 96.1.